It all started with a game that millions of Americans love to play. The McDonald's Monopoly promotion, launched in the late 1980s, offered customers the chance to win prizes: free food, luxury cars, vacations, and even $1 million. People eagerly peeled off game pieces from their fries and drinks, hoping to hit the jackpot. But what they didn't know was that the game was rigged and had been for years. At the center of this deception was a man named Jerome, Uncle Jerry Jacobson. Jerome, a former police officer, was hired as head of security for Simon Marketing, the company responsible for producing the Monopoly game pieces for McDonald's. His job? To ensure the game was fair and that the valuable pieces remained secure as they were transported to McDonald's packaging factories across the country. But in 1995, Jerome discovered a loophole that would allow him to control the game and make himself rich in the process. It began innocently enough. Jerome mistakenly received a package of anti-tamper seals from a supplier in Hong Kong, seals that were meant to secure the high-value game pieces. With these seals, he could easily swap out winning pieces for common ones without anyone noticing. This marked the start of a scheme that would last over a decade, involving a web of conspirators, fake winners, and millions of stolen dollars. If you're captivated by this twisted tale, don't forget to like and subscribe to Talescape for more gripping stories like this. Jerome couldn't cash in the winning pieces himself, of course. That would draw too much attention. So he began recruiting fake winners, people he trusted to claim the prizes and share the spoils. Among his earliest recruits was Gennaro Jerry Colombo, a nightclub owner with alleged ties to the Colombo Mafia family. Colombo, who affectionately referred to Jerome as Uncle Jerry, was instrumental in expanding the scam's network. He brought in his wife, Robin, and later even had her family members claim million-dollar prizes across different states to avoid suspicion. Over time, the operation grew. Jerome carefully distributed the winning pieces to an ever-widening circle of accomplices, each taking their cut of the winnings. But Jerome wasn't just dealing with small-time players. His network came to include a variety of individuals: convicts, drug traffickers, strip club owners, and even psychics. One of his key recruiters, Andrew Glom, was an ex-convict who had made a fortune smuggling cocaine. Glom handed out winning pieces to his old associates, making them instant millionaires. "Because I like you, I can make you a millionaire," Glom would say, reveling in the power of turning ordinary people into overnight success stories. For Jerome, the scam wasn't just about money, it was about control. He raked in tens of thousands of dollars with every prize, eventually amassing around $24 million over 12 years. He bought luxury homes, went on extravagant cruises, and filled his garage with expensive cars. To those around him, he seemed like just another successful businessman. But beneath the surface, he was orchestrating one of the largest frauds in U.S. history. But every scheme has its cracks, and Jerome's was no different. In March 2000, Special Agent Richard Dent of the FBI's Jacksonville field office received an anonymous tip. The tipster claimed that the latest winner of the McDonald's Monopoly Grand Prize, Michael Hoover, was a fraud, just another pawn in Jerome's game. The informant named Uncle Jerry as the mastermind behind it all, explaining how Jerome had been selling the winning pieces to people for years and collecting large cuts from their winnings. Dent knew he was on to something big, but he needed proof. The FBI set up a covert operation, codenamed Operation Final Answer. Undercover agents posed as a film crew from McDonald's, interviewing fake winners and documenting their supposed luck. But it wasn't luck that had made them millionaires. It was Jerome's scam. With each interview, the FBI collected more evidence, tightening the noose around the conspirators. By August 2001, the FBI had enough to bring the hammer down. Jerome and dozens of his accomplices were arrested, including Colombo's wife, Robin, and Glom. Jerome's empire of deceit came crashing down, and he confessed to his role in the scheme. In total, 53 people were convicted for their part in the conspiracy. Jerome was sentenced to 37 months in prison, a relatively light sentence considering the scope of the scam. "I had to just tell, outright lies," said one of the fake winners, Gloria Brown, who had been recruited by Colombo. She was instructed to pose as a relative and use a false address to collect her prize. Brown, like many others, had felt the weight of guilt as the scam unraveled. But for Jerome, it seemed guilt was never part of the equation. His only regret? Getting caught. The McMillions Conspiracy rocked McDonald's, which had unwittingly been at the center of one of the largest frauds in promotional history. The company, completely blindsided by the scam, cooperated fully with the investigation. In the end, Jerome Jacobson's once profitable scheme became a cautionary tale, proof that even the most elaborate cons eventually come to light. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more jaw-dropping tales on Talescape.